power is strong. I can feel the energy surging, the sacred cartridge of giving evil. See what I see, hear what I hear. Feel the master of darkness. Created by the slave dwellers nation, Sims, and controlled by the titan god that loomed over the crafting of the immortal cartridge, Sega, Master of Darkness was finally complete for the Master's system around the old time of 1992. In the beginning of the tale, set in London, 1902, a psychologist named Ferdinand Social, who is not social whatsoever, receives an odd message from his Ouija board. Back then, that was the typewriter of this disgusting modern era. The message sends a regarded warning to Dr. Social about a killer vampire awakening upon the full moon. The vampire, known as Dracula. He's to head off to Thames and make his way through a journey of other ghoulish monsters and murderers to bring down the vile Bat of the Night. Okay, hi, real me here. Before this demon clutching my brain realizes I'm talking to you how I usually do and takes over, let me give you my freaking honest 5 cents on this Master of Darkness. So the cutscenes are all shown off with screens of text with small pixel images that really settle the score on the mood that will soon be presented within the gameplay. I like the dark look of London, the pink jacket on this dude about to be slaughtered by Jack the Ripper, but the best part is when Dracula appears and zooms about the red background for the red screen to minimize into a drop of blood from Dracula's teeth, and the title screen ain't too savvy either. And because I've played this game before, I remember the other cutscene segments as well. Although filled with a branch of text that could have been conserved with images to tell a story like Ninja Gaiden on NES, but for what it delivers, it's quite okay. We get into the game and god blimey, doesn't this game seem familiar to another certain popular franchise that
No, must not compare. Concentrate my insignificant puppets.
As you can visualize for yourself, Master of Darkness definitely delivers an originality, as it's the first of its kind to be a 2D action horror side-scroller. When you see other titles copy over its gameplay design, they fail in comparison. The surge of the code within is showing me everything beyond the levels so I can speak upon the presentation. The visual settings are quite an appealing set to be foreseen, without luxurious grass upon the outer woods of nature, to the gospel old castles with a great sensation towards the feeling of being in London during the beginning, to being put into a different world as the next stage puts you into a house of wax. All the enemies are very detailed in variety. Bats, wax dolls, furniture, dogs, random posh men in suits. Other creatures beyond the full moon gravitate a sense of growth through the world of Master of Darkness. Their animation strikers popping and pull you in, wanting to take them out. They grant the game a living life, and our main protagonist, Dr. Social, looks quite dashing in his suit attire. What I like a lot is the small little background right here. It oozes all kinds of awe. Better than the reeking waters of the Thames. It'd make for a great drink at the pub, am I right?
No more jokes. You cannot treat the Master of Darkness in such a humorous
The first boss we go up against is Jack the Ripper, and isn't such a massive challenge, more or less a warm-up for the other bosses in the upcoming stages. He's easy due to using one of the better weapons in the game, the axe.
Oh, weapons! Let me talk about weapons. As a guy, I'd go with the axe and at second best the saber sword. There's other melee weapons such as the knife and the cane, but there's also secondary projectile weapons like bombs, stakes and pistols. The bombs are best for taking enemies down from a higher point where the others perceive as the shoots. And you grab all these items as well as health potions by whacking these floating white masks that look fairly similar to ones that I have worn in the past. If we're still talking gameplay, might as well mention how I think the game controls, and it's alright. Dr. Social is nifty at moving left to right with a bent of jauntiness and a sidestep of action superstar, especially when it comes to his super jumps. The jumping feels quite heavy yet floaty, as if the character has a pocket full of pocket monsters. The way he jumps though is kind of amazing. In this shot, Dr. Social knows he can accomplish anything. He can pass the gap, to then fall and plummet because he can't go the distance. Killing enemies is absolutely satisfying, especially when you have the best weapons and the best timing without taking damage for a long period of time, till you fall and die from a high ledge. After taking down Jack the Ripper, it appears that it is not the real Jack and declares that Dr. Social make his way to the House of Wax. And this is where Master of Darkness truly shows the best and worst of the level design. The best of this level is the new enemy to face, being wax dolls. They stay still like models for moments till they flicker and rush right at you. It keeps you on edge and ready to jump over them and backlash them with all good intent. Same with the furniture and taking the time to climb up the stairs. All good fun times. Till the sections where it becomes horde mode and you have to take down a plethora of baddies in a locked room. It's not really entertaining, more or less tedious, especially when you stay in one single spot and whack-a-mole. And then we have the bloody bats. Jeez Louise, I hate it when they're pointing at the most obvious areas where they can strike you to your tumbling doom. Nevertheless, there's plenty of fun obstacles with the usual spikes, pits, secret little areas, stairs, and more stairs. And with all the creatures about and many stairs, it all creates for a delicious spectacular of Horrorween fun. The next boss appears as an evil spirit woman and unleashes a massive skull. Scary. Jack the Ripper is causing all this havoc with bodies and pools of blood, and Dr. Social continues his journey through more spooky areas with skeleton warriors, zombies, graveyards, lots of blue and green backgrounds, and shattered church-like surroundings. By Jove, I forgot about the music. The musical compositions deliver a delectable amount of catchiness for each stage, and you'll have those tunes in your head all day and night. Mainly because the tracks repeat so much that they attach onto the brain like a leech and never let go. Particularly when you die over and over again and have to listen to the whole 2-minute song for another 20 minutes. Still great music though. We finally make it to the next boss. Bean Flash Gordon? Are you for real? Okay, I forgot about this. This is absolutely stupid yet phenomenal at the same time. Everything about this game is brilliant. How can you go wrong with Master of Darkness, one of the most original games to ever exist in any form? Master of Darkness is unquestionably the giver of everything. Pixels of high fidelity, a story of grand perspective, gameplay unlike any other, music that'll hurt your ears with excruciating, delightful pain. A masterpiece, if you will.
Do you realize it's a fucking rip-off of a popular game called Castlevania?
How dare you! Steven Watchbridge of the Abyss! Who do you think you are?
A candle, you fraud. Do your research. If you can't understand what I'm made of, and can't compare a game with another that has similar feat, then you need to refresh your work because you praise it like a boxing champion.
I'll torch your whole heads. Well, what's left of it?
Does it look like I'm giving a damn? Do I need to be a repetitive drumming pattern and say I'm a candle? I don't have feelings, except for like, friendship, and being a complete asshole. That's about it though.
And you'll break none of those soon.
Not like my friend you overtook would care.
Too true, too true.
That's a lie, Skull of Skulls. What do you mean by that?
Buddy, you're back?
I've gained that ability which Judy and Carmen use in Spy Kids 2. Only for a little bit before this fucking darkness strikes back with a vengeance. So yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean I wouldn't care if you were gone?
Well, you know, I've been quite a nasty shit towards you for this past year. I like the shit, man, and I've hated having to stay in the woods hearing stupid bikers up on the hill and trick-or-treaters acting like hot shit invading our camp areas. We belonged in a place where nobody invaded our property, and the wilderness doesn't cut it. All I have to say is, I'm sorry.
I know, but I don't blame you for being a negative Nancy Drew. You've been hanging with me ever since we were kids and to this very day. You know I can't stand other humans, probably why I usually kill them if they get in my way. But me and you, skull to skulls. Even though we argue, we have an odd bond that can't be broken.
What's with the teenage fictional media references?
I don't know, it's probably the possession inside of me forcing me to reference nostalgic things.
What the fuck is this lovey-dovey crap? Kill him already.
I can't. He's important to me.
You will do my bidding!
Ow, ow, ow. Seriously, dude, it doesn't hurt at all. When I burn up, I'm basically your fragment for life.
Stop with the expositional dialogue and kill him!
I'm sorry, man.
I know you are. Now, I'm going to set you free for the moment. I might not come back, but I'll come find you, alright?
Sounds like a plan. Make me proud and shoot free points.
Oh god, how do I get rid of this goddamn forsaken Master of Darkness? Oh, I hate Master of Darkness, the stupid Castlevania ripoff, even though I thought it was okay. Oh god damn it. Hey, you, hi, you know, I've enjoyed our time together. I know you, man or woman, whoever you are, but can you do me a favor and run like hell? And that was the second time I died.